Cool, yeah. So the first one is Breachstorm Reloaded, which is based on a game that we talked about last week on the show as well. This is a 30mm war game starring sci-fi soldiers set in their own unique world. You choose your sort of army, well, your war band, effectively your squad of 6 to 8 elite special operatives, and you tool them up to get stuck into some really cool asymmetrical style narrative scenarios on the tabletop. The new Kickstarter that they're working on focuses around the idea of a 2-player starter set, which you can actually win as part of the show today as well, which is really cool. But as well as that, they're looking towards a new faction for the game as well, which is the Volucrid Host. So this is a new faction that's been added into the mix, which stands away a little bit from the idea of soldiers in armor and instead introduces this weird insectoid style force into the mix as well. It looks very cool. I love the idea of squad-based combat on a small scale, really nice tight-packed combat and all that kind of thing. And if you're interested in this one, make sure to check it out. Yeah. So.
You two guys got a game of this.
We did. Myself and Jerry actually played with the 2-player starter set. I took out the feline forces. Jerry took on the humans. One thing I noticed, which is quite different to most other war games I've played, is the way your actual shooting works, your attacking. So you will roll a number of dice, right? Looking for your success. You're adding up all the totals on your dice, but you're only doing your top 3. So your cover will drop off your top dice, and if you're rolling, say, 4 dice, you'll use the bottom 3 then to add up to the total trying to beat the evasion of your opponent, which I found was a very interesting system to actually work out how much damage you were doing. And depending on how much you beat their evasion by, determined you had like multipliers on there where you could do more damage if you really hit them hard.
Have we got a gameplay video or something of this due to come out? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's
one filmed. I don't know if it's out yet.
It's not out yet. Might be out shortly. It might be out today, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a first turn, so a look at the turn playthrough.
Turn breakdown,
So turn breakdown for the basic game. But what we were playing was just the basic game, which was just the 2 starter factions. But there's a lot more build and layers on top of it, because you can start to customize your I'm not going to say squads. Every figure is individual. So you're not moving 3 riflemen together. Every rifleman activates individually, and there's customization in there. Even in the squad support weapons, they can have different ammo types and that sort of thing. So you've got this, plus you can also get tactical assets that we didn't play with. There's so much more that you can layer on top once you've actually learned the base game to start getting.
It sounds pretty meaty, actually, in that sense.
That's why it's such a small. You're only playing on a 3x3 table, and it's about your squad build and the objectives that you're looking to complete, because all the scenarios are all very tailored. The idea is special forces going in. It's not go in and shoot them in the face because they're there. It's go in and do this mission, and how can I do that with this small group of people the best way. So there's no, in a lot of games, a lot of skirmish games, you'll be going, here's my leader, he's great, and then here's my dungers that I'm just using as meat shields.
Yeah.
You don't have that option here. In many respects, the leaders buff and will contribute to what your basic troopers will do. So, for example,
more command and control.
For example, the Commonwealth, or not Commonwealth, they're not the Human Worlds Confederacy that I was playing. Their leader has a special ability where everybody he hits when he fires gets a fire for effect marker on them.
Yeah.
And then anybody else who shoots at that gets a bonus dice. So he activates first and tags multiple, because he can fire multiple times, and then he gets people to activate to pour on more suppressing fire. So if you lose your leader, apart from the fact that you're now detrimentally affected because you've got less command on the table, they also lose that fire bonus, which is what it's based around.
The effects of it start to ripple out,
Also, everybody can activate individually. And so you're passing back and forward one trip at a time, but you could blow a lot of your activations early on by getting your leaders to activate multiple players. So he can go, I'll activate, and then I'll also activate him, and if they activate off him, they get bonus actions.
Yeah.
So you can go, oh, well, I'll just activate everybody right as soon as I can to get the bonus activations in. But then it means your turn's finished.
And you're stuck.
And your opponent can then start pushing his activations around.
You can no longer, so although you could get a big heavy plan executed,
Yes.
you no longer have the flexibility to react
Exactly.
to an evolving situation.
But if you sit back to
Yeah.
react, then you're not going to have as many actions than if you had
you
followed
go
your
full
your,
on.
your sergeant or your fire team leader's orders early on. So
Oh, that's interesting.
Another
Yeah.
interesting part of it is that your commanders actually activate first in the round, and anyone you haven't ordered with them will activate after that.
Yeah.
So it's showing that the troopers, if they're not given orders, they're slower to react, even though they will still get to.
it's
Nice.
Quite
nice.
interesting.
12 days left to go on that, guys. So if you're interested in it, it sounds like a very, very interesting game. Might be worth jumping in on to try it out. Yeah, so Breachstorm Reloaded.
on that note, if you are interested in it, the rules are in beta, and the rules are all available along with all the unit cards and
Also,
cards.
print and play.
Print and play, so you can
There you go.
go download it, have a look at it, and see if you're keen on it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That might be one you want to print out, take it down to the club. You and a couple other folk can have a go at that.